inquired about the difference between the fard and the wajib. We hear a lot, the prayer is fard. And we also hear that the prayer is a wajib. And he was wondering whether there is a difference between the two terms. Fard and the wajib literally means a must. According to the linguistic origin, the fard has a different meaning, but according to the applied meaning, fard and wajib, in the sight of the vast majority of the scholars of jurisprudence of fiqh, are of an agreement that there is no difference between fard and wajib. Relying on what? Relying on a hadith when the Bedouin came to the Prophet ﷺ and he said, inform me about what Allah has ordained upon me. So he said 5 daily prayers, إِلَّا أَن تَطَوَّعَ, to offer 5 daily prayers, unless if you want to offer tatawwa. So in this regard, the Prophet ﷺ said, the only fard is the 5 daily prayers. Then other than that is nafl, is voluntary, is supererogatory, which means in between there is nothing. Similarly with fasting, with zakah, with hajj, the hadith is very famous. So they said, al-ahkam al-taklifiyya, the religious legislations with regards to do's and do not do's, are only 5, which is fard, and mandub, which is the sunnah, and then the makruh, and then the haram. So basically, al-wajib, according to al-Imam Abu Hanifa and his followers, or the school of Imam Abu Hanifa, may Allah have mercy on him, has a slight difference between al-wajib and al-fard, based on the applied meaning. He says, for instance, al-fard is everything that has been confirmed by a certain proof, and the certain proof, in their school of thought, is what has been stated in the Quran or a sound hadith that has been narrated through a continuous testimony, which is known as al-hadith al-mutawatir. So anything that has been proven via hadith, ahad, even if it is proven to be confirmed, it would not be called fard, rather they will call it wajib. Based on that, and relating to the previous question which I answered in the very first part of tonight's session, that al-wajib, according to Imam Abu Hanifa, for instance, witr, or watr, you can call it both ways, with the fath or with the kasr, watr or witr, is wajib in Hanafi madhab. While according to the vast majority of the scholars, it is an emphatic sunnah, because there is no space, there is nothing intermediary between al-fard and al-nafl or al-mandub, according to the jumhur. It's the difference does not really make a big deal, but the opinion of al-jumhur is more sound in this regard, which is al-Imam Malik wa Ahmad wa Shafi'i and the rest of the scholars of fiqh. Fard and wajib are alike and are the same. And based on that, Imam Abu Hanifa considers sadaqatul fitr, for instance, is wajib, but it is not a fard. It has not been proven by the Quran or a hadith with a continuous testimony. That would not really add much to the followers, to the laymen, who just want to know whether shall I pray this as a fard or as a nafl. And the fard or the wajib, according to the jumhur, is every command that has been commanded by Allah in the Quran or in the sound sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, whereupon if the Muslim fulfills it, will be rewarded for it, and if he does not fulfill it, he will be held accountable and he will be punished for it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teach us what we don't know.